All right. Let's get into lesson 3, friends. Moving on today, students will complete section 2A of the Create Task Written Response. You're going to complete those responses individually. So even if you are in a student pair, each one of you have to make your own response for 2A. Also, if you did not submit your video yesterday, make sure that gets submitted. And if you have to make updates to your video, do that today as well. So, overview of the lesson. We're going to talk about the Create Task videos. We're going to talk about our 2A responses. And then we're going to talk about Explore tasks as well. So, if you are still working on your program or your Create Task video, you have until 5 p.m. today to submit your video in the Google Classroom for yesterday's assignment. Make sure you're joining us for that Zoom call. I linked it below, as well as the password, which is 99. If you are confused about anything, please join us on the calls. By the time you finish the calls, we will not stop until you understand exactly what you need to do. Bless yourself. Join us on those calls. Some things that I wanted to highlight for you all to keep in mind. I noticed some errors on people's videos. One, they have to be less than 1 minute. Make sure that none of your videos go beyond 60 seconds. Second, if you're working with a partner, I think it would be best if you just record that video with no audio of whatever section of the program you want. But then in your 2A, explain what's happening in your own words so that each of you have your own perspectives and your own contributions to the response. Make sure you're actually reading and implementing the feedback that we're writing. We went through each of your videos and gave each person feedback. So do not just glance over that. Make sure you're reading it. All right, for the Explore task. If you have not had all of your individual responses for the Explore task graded, meaning 2A, 2B, 2C, 2D, and 2E, as well as your computation artifact, those are due on Sunday. Just another reminder to get those done. Make sure you're starting to send in your edits now so that we can give you more feedback and that you can guarantee that you're getting the correct answer for them. All right, 2A. This is what we're doing today, and this is what's going to be due and how you get your credit for Wednesday lesson 3. You're going to provide a written response. I know some of you put in your audio narrations in your videos, and some of those are pretty good, but across the board, they did not do all 3 of these things that you need to do to get the point for 2A. So I'm going to mandate that everyone writes a written response for 2A as well, even if you have the audio narration. In your written response, make sure you identify the programming language you use. Is it App Inventor? Is it Scratch? Is it Python? What did you use? Identify the purpose of your program. What did you make the program to actually do? And then finally, explain what your video illustrates. So whatever the person reading would see in your video, that should be exactly what you're explaining in this section for 2A. Again, let me know if you have any questions on that. Just want to take another quick look at the rubric. So in order to get your point, your video must demonstrate the running of at least one feature of your program, as well as the response that identifies the purpose of the program. Make sure you have both of those things in there. And again, look at that do not award a point if section over to the bottom right. If you click on the link, it'll actually take you to the response, which is here. Moving on. So, due today. You have to complete the Create Task response 2A in the Google Classroom. Make sure that your responses are submitted individually and update that link to your video in the Google Classroom if you have not done that already. make sure that gets uploaded. Again, also uploaded individually. That's all I have for today, friends. Make sure you're reaching out if you need help. Reminder again, we have office hours, a Zoom meeting at 12:30 today. See you then. Plus Ultra.